Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Goo Intelligence Sports Podcast Show. Hey, I'm back with another video, and we finally made a big splash. When I say we, I'm talking about the Saints. The Saints have finally made a big splash in free agency. So let's jump right into it. I don't want to waste your time. Hey, is this your first time watching me? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hey, let's go and get this YouTube video up to maybe 100 likes. Let's get into the YouTube algorithm, push the channel forward. I'm still growing, on my way to 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate everybody that is subscribed to the channel and become a part of the Goon Squad. Hey, it's only up from here. So let's get into the great news. Some people don't say it's great. I'll be honest with you. I've been hearing a little bit of both. I've been hearing people are excited about it. I've been hearing people saying, man, I don't know. He ain't the same. So we talking about Chase Young. Chase Young is now a New Orleans Saint. The Saints have been busy the last couple of weeks. They've been moving money from here to over there. You know, Mickey Loomis has been doing this thing, kicking the can down the road. Some players are not with us anymore, like Andres Pete, but honestly, good riddance. Because I couldn't understand why the Saints signed him the last time to that big $60 million deal. Because he wasn't worth it. He gets injured by brushing his teeth in the morning. So I ain't losing no sleep over Andres Pete not being on the Saints team. You know, some of the players have been re-signed, restructured their deal. Cam Jordan restructured his deal. Tyrann Mathieu re-signed with the Saints. So the Saints have been really busy. Saints have signed some other players as well, like Stanley Morgan, who's a hometown kid from St. Augustine High School. So the Saints have been really busy. But we talking about the big splash made yesterday with the signing of Chase Young. Chase Young comes over to the Saints for a one-year deal at $13 million. Now, look, I understand why the Saints did it. The Saints needed defensive help on the defensive line. Peyton Turner is not kicking any ass right now. He's more known for being injured than he is for being, on the field. Carl Granderson, right, is a dog. Carl Granderson is a dog, but he needs help. Cameron Jordan gets hit with a lot of double teams, and he's old. But Chase Young is going to come in, and they can't double team Cam anymore. They can't double team Carl anymore. And they damn sure can't double team Chase anymore. So, look, I know the stats can be a little deceiving. Let's jump right into his stats, right? Because Cam's stats, I'm sorry, not Cam, but Chase. We're going to want to take Jake this one, baby. Chase stats has left a lot to be decided. So I want people to understand that when you're dealing with Chase Young, it's not necessarily in the numbers. It's about his impact. He can support the run also. Let's be clear. He can support the run. So Cam, keep saying Cam. Cam is on my mind because I'm gonna go with why Cam on my mind, because this might be our last year with Cam Jordan, and I don't necessarily want to see that happen. But this 1 year, $13 million deal is letting me know that the Saints got something planned in the future for Chase, and they saying, look, we can't sign you to this big awesome deal right now, but take this 1 year, $13 million, and we're gonna revisit it in the future. So I'm thinking this might be Cam Jordan's last year with it. But anyway, so 2020. When Chase Young was drafted, as a rookie, he played 15 games. He had 44 tackles. He had 7.5 sacks, right? He come back his next year, he's eating double teams, and he gets injured. He played 9 games. He had 26 tackles. He only had 1.5 sacks. Then he comes back in 2022, and he only plays 3 games, right? Washington is kind of, having enough with he's hit with the injury bug. Then he comes back and he plays 7 games, and then he's traded in the middle of the year to San Francisco, plays 9 games. So he played a total of 15 games this year, right? No real big injuries this year. He only had He had 7.5 sacks again this year. So he's up there. He's getting sacks. He's pressuring the quarterback. And a lot of the time, he had to deal with double teams. You couldn't really double team him in San Francisco because you had that monster Nick Bosa on the other side, right? The other Ohio State Buckeye, right? So, look, I'm a fan of this. I'm a fan of this move. I think this move is great. You should think this move is great as well. The Saints defensive line is stacked. Then you got the rookie from Clemson, Brian Breesy, who can rush the passer and stop the run as well. It's only up from here. Saints, look, I have a wait and see approach when it comes to the Saints because ultimately Dennis Allen is still our head coach, but the talent is there, which makes me want Dennis Allen even more to get his stuff together because the talent is there. And if he can't do it, goddammit, get rid of him and do it fast because we ain't got all day. If he can't get it together, if he's not the man, Mickey, bump that family stuff and get rid of him. Get rid of him quick and fast and in a hurry. If you going this far and you kicking the can down the road and this guy can't give you no results. So get rid of him fast. Now, as far as back to Chase Young. Chase Young comes over from the Ohio State Buckeyes, right? The Saints have a long history. I don't know what it is with Ohio State, but we are the Ohio State well. When it comes to players, we love Ohio State Buckeyes. I mean, just to name a few over the years that have been with us. We got to go all the way back, and this is not under the Sean Payton regime, but all the way back to the OG LaCharles Bentley at center, right? He come from Ohio State. Then we get Malcolm Jenkins from Ohio State. We get Chris Olave from Ohio State. We got Mike Thomas from Ohio State. We got Pete Warner from Ohio State, right? We got Von Bell from Ohio State. Marshawn Lattimore from Ohio State. We got so many Ohio State players, I might be missing a few. The Saints love Ohio State players. I have no idea what is going on with that, but we get more players from Ohio State than we do from the team right up the road 75 miles away in LSU. We go out our way to not get a player from LSU, but a player come from Ohio State, we want him. And Chase Young is not a new addition to the team. So, hey, man, I love the move. I think the Saints are not done with free agency. I can see them taking another player in the draft at the defensive on the defensive line to help the defensive tackles. So, people, be patient with what Mickey has in mind. I'm gonna say that. Be patient, not with Dennis Allen, but with Mickey, because Mickey has shown us he will put the team together. He ain't scared of spending no big money. He'll do it. Sometimes he gets players like Derek Carr. But he spend the money. He gonna spend the money, right? I remember he did it with Jarius Byrd. The man came over and signed his contract in an ambulance when he came from Buffalo. He pulled up in an ambulance. And what happened? He ain't really played much time for us because he stayed injured, right? This is kind of putting me in the same vein with Peyton Turner. Peyton Turner, man, I don't know what's going on with that kid, but the man need a Medicaid card. Like, it's just crazy. I don't know. He gotta have at least 100 prescriptions for whatever he got going on, because he just stay injured, man. He just stay injured. But I just wanted to come on here, give you my thoughts on what the Saints have done and what the Saints have been up to. And I love it, man. I love it. Look, the only thing that's stopping me from going full fanatic mode is the fact that Dennis Allen is still our head coach. If it weren't for him being our head coach, I promise you, you would see me with black and gold on. I'll be wearing Saints eyeglasses. I'll be riding with Saints flags on my car. I would be the #1 fan. But the only thing stopping me from going full crazy mode Saints fanatic is DA. And that's a shame. But anyway, this has been another episode of the Goo Intelligence Sports Podcast Show. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to share with me, and I appreciate you for that. Until next time, peace.